Well, welcome back to Wandering Wheels. In this week's episode, I am building my kitchen. Want to come and have a look? What are you waiting for? Come on in. So we had the start of my kitchen going up. It's going to be slightly shorter than 3 foot because I ain't exactly tall, so I don't particularly want it as high as a standard kitchen, purely because it just feels uncomfortable for me not being that tall. So I'm building it based on the stuff that I want in the kitchen by each size. So yeah, it's coming along. So yesterday I started adding in the frame for my kitchen, but I've made a bit of a mistake. Don't know if you can see that, but it doesn't quite line up with the edge of the fridge. So I need to undo that bit and adjust this bit here because it's gone in a little bit, so I need to make it fit. So that is today's job. Okay, so I've now corrected the error, brought that forward. I had to unstick the little bit I put down there because I sikaflexed it in, but now I can add my final piece at the side of the fridge. The reason why I've put that first one back, and I will be doing the same this side, is so that I can screw in the fridge so it doesn't move. Although I don't think it'll move much anyway, but just in case, I'd rather have it screwed into the side to make it sure it's safe and sound when I'm travelling. So that's the second half of my kitchen area built. That second bit is for the sink to sit in, and then at the end of here I'm going to have a little flip up bit. But while this weather is appalling again and wet, I can't cut any wood to finish that unit off and put like the side panels and the cupboard door and the shelves and everything else I want to put on that. So for now, some progress is better than no progress. Another thing I've been doing is running the wire down through. I did the same over here. I've kept that bit just to there because I will be joining it, one to go that way and one over up to here and through. That one is just the bathroom light, so that is separate to everything else, and there'll be a switch down here near the bathroom door. So but I'm going to be using Wago clips, so if I haven't cut enough, I'll just add some more in. So currently I've been painting. That's the colour I've chosen for furniture type stuff. So that's going to be my kitchen area. But today I'm going to be like putting a piece at the back there and then a piece at the side here. I'm resorting to cutting wood in the van. Not ideal, but the weather is yet again shocking, so needs must. Right, I have so far completed installation of the fridge. That is all wired in now and into the fuse block. I've cut to size the top. Don't know if I'm going to keep this permanently, but for now it's what I've got. My sink, the instructions for my sink are so extensive. Yep, that'll be fun. So yeah, the next bit is cutting a hole in the sink, the worktop for the sink, and then varnishing the top. Over the last couple of days I have been not only varnishing the top of my worktop, today I'm also cutting a door, which I've measured by placing it down in, I'm trying to get you down there, down in front of the hole. So yeah, it's coming along quite well. I'm getting quite confident with doing this now. So one of the things I found when cutting plywood is that if you score the line with a Stanley knife first of all, and also put tape down, it helps stop it splintering, so you get a much nicer car, which I didn't know till I found it on Copilot. I asked Copilot how to cut wood without it splintering, because it was doing my nutting. Because every time I tried to cut it, because I don't like using a circus saw, I like using the jigsaw, and it would always splinter, and I'm like, forever sanding. So yeah, top tip. So here I am literally just cutting a line to make the door. Update of the day, I've painted the door that I cut out earlier. Only one side I haven't underneath yet, I'm just letting that dry. The worktop has now had 3 coats, so I'll let that dry overnight, and then tomorrow I will install my sink and my tap, finally. I'm only using an underwater submersible pump for the water. I really hope it when I've got actually works. If not, then I'll have to rethink that one completely. Another little job I did is I put a little bit of an edge trim on by the sliding door, so when I do come to put my tiles in, then the trim that I've got for the edge will stick down nice and firmly. So one thing I was not looking forward to doing was the electrics, and here's why. So here I am trying to install a switch for my water pump. However, it doesn't work. When I switch it on, when the DC's on, the light will come on, but the pump doesn't. So I've resorted to buying some different switches, which I hope will actually work, because that switch does not work. Okay, so I've put the new one in. I've now turned on the DC power. Let's see if it works this time. Fingers crossed. Success! Yay! Now let's see if the tap works. Okay, do we get water? Yay! I have water in my camper van. Okay, so that is the end of this episode. I have now finished the kitchen. I have a door, and I still need to varnish the door, but no, that's just little bits. There's a few little trim bits I want to add to where the tiles are, but apart from that, that's that done. So my next thing that I want to do is build a bench seat, which will go along the back of the cab. So yeah, tune in for the next update when I'll be doing that. Thanks for watching. Bye.